Mark, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
So let's get this straight. The guy claims disability, goes on a reality TV show. He's a former cop. He wrestles guys to the ground, looks fit, hale and hearty, gets his pension, but now you uncovered the story and his pension has been stopped. Is it simple as that?
Well, nothing is always as simple as it seems, as you well know. I mean, the immediate news here is they declared him fit to go back to work, and they pulled his pension, stopped his pension immediately. He was getting nearly $70,000 a year, tax-free.
Whoa, that's been pulled.
That's been pulled.
That's
what that's the. I don't know if the checks have stopped yet, but that's the action they took yesterday.
Good. Now what?
Well, what happens next will be interesting. He can appeal, and depending on how the appeal goes, number one, his old police department could be forced to hire him back. And when he left the department, he was under indictment and there were suspicious circumstances. Or, depending on how a judge or a court might rule, the state might be back on the hook for his disability pension, even though they've deemed him not to be disabled.
$70,000 a year, tax-free.
Tax-free.
Is that federal and state tax-free?
To the best of my knowledge.
He just takes home $5,000 a month and change. That's it. Okay. And
Yeah.
he could get that back, despite what he's been doing, depending on what a judge says when he appeals.
Well, there'll be all sorts of, this is bound to go to court. I mean, and in many cases, administrative law judges in New Jersey will rule in favor of somebody like that. It's hard to say. It goes on a case-by-case basis.
But surely not in this case. I mean, how could you possibly rule that this man was indeed disabled when he's doing that? Well, what was
we're talking about New Jersey here, too. Let's be honest.
That's true. That's my home state, by the way. But what was he doing? On what basis did he claim disability in the first place? Physical disability?
Well,
what?
The disability was, on 2 occasions, he hurt his leg, or he claims he hurt his leg while making arrests.
Well, you can't go out there on a reality TV show and wrestle guys to the ground and claim that your leg is disabled. You can't do that.
Well, it's not a smart thing to do, I don't think.
No, it's not. But is this common?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's like we catch the dumb ones, the ones that would do something like that.
Go on
and the smart guys get away with it.
But admittedly, though, people in these unions know how to game the system. Every single person there understands how you game the system, how towards your retirement you ratchet up the hours, how you stay on disability. Everyone knows the game.
Yeah.
That's true. And every once in a while, somebody does something very silly and it gets caught.
And the game has not changed.
No, this doesn't change the game at all. This just means somebody got caught. And that might be a deterrent for some people in the future. But you have to understand, in New Jersey, you've got an $80 billion system and no investigators looking at fraud.
Except you.